Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
That millennial pause was like 3 seconds long. I'm hi, how are you?
I'm full.
Guys, Friday night, good food, good reality TV. I'm Jen.
I'm Neal. I forgot my name there for a second.
This is Neal. We talk about reality television. I'm Canadian.
I'm American, but you don't hold that against me.
You're learning. We're in a relationship where we talk about reality television. I already said that.
Word.
We have more to say about Summer House. And we are going to get into it. In fact, we are paused in the middle of watching Survivor's Immunity Challenge, which
The Blood Moon.
the president interrupted last night. So we are hopefully watching the version that has been uploaded by Canadian television that will not have that interruption.
It literally said it at the bottom. But I
know, but they wouldn't have taken that away.
Right,
that would have been edited into the episode.
I'm pretty sure it was before they did this challenge.
Like you would have already interrupted.
Right before they started the
Okay,
challenge.
you have no idea. This is why it's relevant to talk about where we're from. You have no idea how much I would hate it when I recorded, so like DVR'd an episode of something and it would start recording at the start and stop recording at the end, and like 60 minutes ran late on CBS. So you actually missed the first 20 minutes of your recording was 60 minutes instead of Big Brother, and then you didn't get the last 20 minutes because it played 20 minutes late.
Right, that's crazy.
So it's important to understand why I dislike your country a little bit. You think you're important enough to disrupt my reality television?
I don't think
is
so.
Crazy. To say what? To say what?
What could have been an email? That's what everyone said. It was useless. Okay.
Oh.
So, Summer House.
Okay.
We've gone over the drama, the beginnings of the drama of the Amanda and West Scamanda.
It is now Scandival 2.0 because it has its own name.
Yes.
Here's the thing, and I'm going to say it right away, and I'm going to throw it out there. It's not as bad as Scandival unless Amanda was cheating on Kyle last summer. Then it is Scandival level because
But we also
they
were
together for 10 years.
We need to, for that to happen, we would need a timeline. Because I don't think that
but oh boy, are there timelines out there.
I don't think that Amanda and Kyle were together last summer. I think this was all for show. So
Kyle has come out. Oh man, we're going to be all over the place. We have so much information separately on this and have been waiting, I think, to bring it to each other until we've exploded and are like, we need to podcast about this. Kyle went out and did an interview on the street while walking the girls.
And holding dog poop.
And he held it for a really long time during the discussion. Yes. But you know what? That's just a dog dad. We get it. You get it. Listen, you leave the bag of cat poop next to the door and forget to bring it out sometimes. And it's like, why does the porch smell like cat poop and litter?
Right.
Everyone makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
Kyle is... Oh man, where do we start? If you're new here... If you've never watched Summer House before, we are now watching it from the beginning, like I made Neal do with Vanderpump Rules. Originally, we weren't going to. We said, okay, let's watch last season, because I missed it. I missed Paige's last season, because I wasn't into it anymore when the season before it was so like Lindsay versus Danielle. I didn't care about that.
Now I want to watch that season. We watched season 9, and then we went and we're like, okay, let's watch season 8. And now I want to watch 7, but we're starting at 1. And,
Right.
And now we're on 2.
Right, we finished season 1.
Because it was only 10 episodes. And now season 2 is like 13.
So the OGs are Lindsay and Kyle. Amanda really is an OG because she was sleeping in Kyle's bed. They weren't together. He pulled a West, which is interesting that he doesn't stand behind West. He strung her along all summer, and also because he was going to Montauk, because he had a show that was filming, he broke up with Amanda. I can't go to Montauk in a relationship. That's such a dude thing to do. I could go on my rant forever. Listen, I love Paige so much. Paige says it perfectly. Sierra is the girl you cheat on your girl with. You know, like, you're cheating to find something hotter or better. Like, you have Sierra. Hello, there she is. So, the coolest piece of information, which, by the way, I would simply perish. Okay, man, where do we start?
I don't know where
we need to tell them. Okay, so Amanda and Kyle have been together since the beginning of Summer House. This is season 10 of Summer House, right? 11, 10?
Yes, 10. And
they're married, but announced their divorce. Sierra and West were in a situationship for a whole summer. Really, he acts like he loves her. She feels played by him. You need to go back and watch the last couple seasons if you haven't seen it. He always does the wrong thing. He did an interview with Page 6 trying to defend himself, and basically his defense was, I just didn't like her. Like, basically, like, I didn't want to be in a relationship with her. You don't need to publicly tell everybody that you don't like someone. And also, again, it's Sierra, so what the hell are you talking about?
He just didn't want to commit to anything.
But if you're going to commit... The Housemaid is out. We have to watch it. Any book that I have read, I have to watch the movie of. It's a rule.
Back to Summer House.
Thank you so much. So now West and Amanda are hooking up, and they've made a joint public statement, which is a weird thing to do with someone you're only hooking up with. I will say that.
But that we don't know if that, like, no one knows what they are. That's the timeline thing. Some people have them, like, dating months and months. Some people say they're just hooking up, and West is hooking up with 9 people at the same time. We don't know.
Jesse is the Tom Schwartz, which, by the way, I'm about to use our one swear. I saw the worst fuck, marry, kill I've ever seen in my life. Jax and the 2 Toms. I've never looked at a group of 3 for F, marry, kill and not been able to, like, do it. You know, you do it begrudgingly. It's like, oh, I guess I'll kill this person. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. No, what are your options here?
To kill all 3 of them. And then I guess yourself.
Oh my God.
So, here's my new piece of information that I was going to tell you.
And you're mad about this. Well, you have opinions. Go ahead.
No, this is something different.
Oh.
So, apparently, reading through all the mega threads about West and Amanda and the different Reddit posts, Jesse and West aren't like, they're not close at all off the show.
Like, they don't see each other in the city.
Like, they apparently don't even like each other outside of the show.
Interesting. I have never heard that. I could see that, though. That they just bro it out, but are secretly very, weirdly, I would say competitive.
Right.
Like, they secretly hate, like, both going after Sierra, that stuff. Is she Sierra or Ciara? Sierra. Air, like air. I'll remember that. I can picture Paige saying
apparently, he badmouths Jesse West all the time, and, like...
Oh, I can see that 100%.
So...
Oh, when he's in the basement. I gotta go get her. I can't. Oh, shoot. You're gonna have to go. Guys, can you go with Neal for a second?
We're back.
Okay, we're back. Neal decided to not take you with him to let Winnie out of the basement. So I know it sounds like we lock her up in jail, but Winnie just really likes her alone time. So she cries at the basement door like, let me in, let me in. But we can't let the other 2 down there for various reasons. Winnie will just go down there and nap.
Or look outside, yeah.
Because there's a window with a ledge in the, like, half bath there. And then, or... if you put a straw between the gap in the door, like a paper straw from McDonald's, also important to know we're in Canada, paper straw, she will play with it if a cat is on the other end playing with it. But I think she wanted to be part of the podcast.
Yeah, so she cries to then let us know she's done.
So normally we would not podcast while she's still in the basement, but I forgot. She stayed down there a little while.
Oh, yeah. Now she will find a nice little hiding spot and sleep for hours sometimes. And then I'll check on her and she'll come waddling on out.
Waddling. You got to make sure she clears the area, the tail fluff. Got to make clearance, right? Okay.
West and Jesse. Westy. They are apparently not bestie.
No, bad.
So my thing then is, and I told this to you, West isn't going to get fallout from this because he's not close with anyone on the show.
That is what...
And he's insulated because of his job and his podcast don't have to do with the show.
Because you think he's a dude. I'm just doing what dudes do. And I'm being honest about it. But the thing is, the dudes that think because they're honest, they're like immune to criticism or like, I can't hurt your feelings because I was honest with you. West is not honest about it.
But he's in like a barstooly job and he has a sports podcast.
Kyle Cook is so mad that West has gained 50,000 followers while Amanda has had like a hard time.
Proves my point.
Yes. So Kyle has made it very clear what side he's on. I could see Amanda not going to the reunion.
She's probably contractually.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Have to give part of her salary.
But like, I'm afraid that I'm gonna get emotional. I'm afraid this is really affecting her mental health right now. You know, like that's not fair either.
Well, the reason we started this is because of
them.
Chriselle, for whatever reason, decided to chime in.
She's got to be involved in everything.
Oh, those were the top comments on Reddit. Like, oh, great, I'm so happy I got Chriselle's opinion on this for some reason.
Oh, someone call Sheena Shea.
Yeah, she's like, I hope Bravo and Peacock have nothing to do with Amanda and West and that nobody buys their stuff and nobody endorses him. Like, get over it. Like,
first of all, the idea that they wouldn't get to keep continuing on the show when they've drummed up some of the best drama. If Ariana would have filmed with Tom, there'd still be a Vanderpump Rules. That's why Lala doesn't F with Ariana, because she F'd with her livelihood. You don't mess with someone's paycheck.
Right.
To me, this like ensures your paycheck. If Amanda wants back in, she can get back in. The thing is, like, she has no friends.
Right.
That's so sad. So, like, she's already lost her friends. She's lost a sponsorship with, like, a weed company, which she could have had such a meteoric rise like Ariana after the last episode of Summer House when Kyle was so mean.
Yeah.
And now you know what's happening? Loverboy stock is selling out. There's going to be a complete resurgence for him. The person who loses...
for like a week, and then it's going to tank.
I don't know, man. Maybe. Kyle commented on the fact on Watch What Happens Live that he couldn't believe how many news cycles it was surviving through. Reddit is on what? Mega Thread 5?
I think 6 or 7 now.
Oh my gosh, I'm behind.
Loverboy is still insanely overpriced, so once people...
but he's selling merch, Nene.
Oh.
That just say Loverboy on it. And he was wearing it during the interview that he definitely scheduled. That this dude who does street interviews called him and was like, can I meet you outside of your condo in New York?
Right.
And he said yes. Which can't fault a guy for that. You got to give a public statement eventually. Probably better to do it face to face. He rambles for like 3 parts.
I'm not on the like let's celebrate Kyle train because he's still a crappy person too.
This couldn't have happened at a better time for him though.
Yes.
Get that $3 million back, girl. Ain't nothing bad about riding the wave. And I think either way you dice it, Kyle has been betrayed in this.
You know what's hilarious? If Loverboy does have a resurgence, they're not divorced. So she's going to get half of that because it's been 10 years.
So does she get half the debt? But it hasn't been 10 years married. And they're in New York. What are the rules in New York?
New York's probably very strict about splitting stuff. So, like, favoring the woman. So I bet
not as much as California, I don't think, because it would protect the rich men.
Right. I'm sure she will make out like a bandit if and when they actually get divorced.
Is Scream 7 free? Wait, is that the new one?
No, Scream 8 is the new one.
Oh.
Wait, no, Scream 7 is the new one.
Because Sydney wasn't in the last one.
Right.
Oh, look at us. I got you distracted by it.
Scream 8 is being written.
Advertisement.
Right. Okay, so what else do we have?
I don't think Amanda should be dropped from projects unless we find out she was cheating on Kyle. If she's just a girl going through a divorce, trying to find out who she is single and on her own, and made a mistake and betrayed a friend, that sucks. But you don't have to take away her job.
Right.
The punishment doesn't match the crime right now. I understand that we want to back Sierra big time, and like I am. Listen. Rihanna unfollowed Amanda. She has served her penance, okay? What more do you want from her? She had to acknowledge that Rihanna unfollowed her. Rihanna, who loves the Bravoverse, who apparently once DM'd Amanda and said, "You're my fave, LOL." Bad gal Riri unfollowed Amanda. And is simultaneously, allegedly, trying to hook Sierra up with an A-list actor who just won a big award. So, a.k.a. Michael B. Jordan. So, like, Sierra's gonna be just fine.
And I think, and this is an echoed sentiment on Reddit, her time, even if they keep doing Summer House, her time on the show is kind of over. She doesn't have a plot. She doesn't really bring anything to the show anymore.
And I also think she's bigger than Summer House.
Yes, like she does her costumes every party, but like she doesn't really do anything other than that.
She needs to go model and
host.
F Michael B. Jordan and host. She's such a good
phenomenal host and do all the fun game shows like she did with Traders. She doesn't need to be on Summer House. Like she doesn't.
100%. So this is my point. She's going to win in all of this. She's got the jobs. She's got the fame in a positive light, which, like, let's face it, that's so rare. She's going to get the Ariana Madix treatment. She's going to host whatever she wants. She's going to be, like, a guest on whatever she wants. She got the friend group out of it. Everyone is supporting her, which rightfully so.
Yes.
Within the friend group, you're going to feel that it's very strange. I mean, my husband cheated on me if I had friends. If I had friends and they, like, sided with him, like, we're done here. You know, like, so Sierra and Kyle have been in touch, but I don't know how they would ever coexist with Sierra being like, you need to be madder at Amanda. I think Sierra would be mad that Kyle's not mad enough at Amanda. Is that weird? Is that a weird stretch?
But also, Sierra knows she's been mad at Kyle because he was a terrible husband. So, like, But that makes it worse. She was with her. Amanda was quoted as saying, like, I wouldn't have gotten through the summer without Sierra. Right.
That sucks. That's a bad friend. But then you can't help what you feel, and you shouldn't lose your job because of it. Both of these things can be true.
Yes.
There is happiness.
Yeah.
I hope Amanda's happy.
She's going to be the biggest loser out of all of this.
Right, because she's not going to have West, and she's lost the friends, and she's lost sponsorships, which is crazy to me. She has fame in a negative light. I know we're calling West the worm with the mustache, but, like, she's making out like the worm with the mustache.
Yeah.
Like, at least some people pitied Raquel. She did try to make it seem like, oh, Tom was older than me. He, like, influenced me.
Didn't she use the G word?
Yeah, like, you're an adult. You're in your 20s. I know that your pageant experience makes you feel like you're really confident and that you could do any job. Sorry, she's just so make-funnable. She's off living her, like, best MAGA life now.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about Raquel.
No. So where do we go from here? The reunion films, I think, in a week or two.
So now assuming that the reunion is 2 parts or maybe even 3 parts, a whole part has to be about this. And we have no film of this.
I mean, every question that Andy asked, he asked his
followers,
homies, to send in questions. Every single question is going to be about Wes and Amanda.
Right.
And Sierra. So, like, you can't, that's the problem. And I complained to you about this for everything. How do you retroactively go back and cover parts of the show that deal with Kyle, Amanda, Wes, Sierra? Like, it doesn't matter.
Kyle Meta spoke about this in the interview, too. I'm so glad I watched this whole interview. This is where I'm getting, like, all of my information for this. He, I think, even mentioned, or maybe this was in an article I read, now everything's blurring together, about how In the City hasn't come out yet.
Right.
That's what it's called, right? And so that was supposed to follow Kyle and Amanda. So it already felt dated because what we're watching now, it already feels dated. And we haven't even gotten to the In the City show.
So, like, are they just going to cancel that? Like
why even show it to us now?
Edit out Kyle and Amanda and just focus on Lindsay? Ooh.
She can't do a show by herself. Though, you know what? She really does carry some of these storylines, hey.
Yeah,
for better or worse. For worse, mostly. Dang. Like, if you haven't watched all of Summer House, Everett, Carl in the early seasons, go watch it. Honestly, let's do a rewatch together, guys. Is this weird? I used to do ASMR. I wasn't very popular, but I loved doing it. I think maybe I'll go back to it, and maybe I'll whisper about reality television.
That'd be cool.
Do you think everyone's people would care about my point of view?
Everyone's doing crime, so, like, you should do...
I've done crime a couple times and people didn't watch it.
So you should try something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't want to show my fat face, though, so I'm going to have to do something with my hands while I talk. Maybe do a painting? An Easter painting? Okay.
Anything else?
The thing is, my neck hurts, though. Okay. Guys, it was April 1st the other day. And Neal and I, if you don't know this, wow, we don't talk about this. We play Xbox. We play Call of Duty. And they had a map for April Fools that was just a room. Like, you spawned and you could basically see everybody. It was a closet. Like, picture a rich person's closet with, like, a half wall in between for a place for, like, a vanity and stuff. Like, someone worked really hard on that. There were well-designed purses, and they fell off the shelves when everything got kerfuffled and the grenades went off. You know what's crazy is that's happening in real life. How disassociated are we? But, like, honestly, that's the only thing that keeps me going, is disassociating with reality TV. So, like, guys, I'm going to get emotional. Find your happiness. You know what I mean? Like, find what keeps you here and do more of it so you stay here. Because I know it's not great right now, but I think we're going to be okay. Okay? And you need to believe that too. Or we got to try to believe that. So please be nicer to people. I tied it back. I tied that very sadness back into Summer House.
You didn't get to the point of Call of Duty story.
No, I was just telling them it was a room. It was, I'm hurt! Because you'd get like 100 eliminations a game, and I was so tense playing for so long, my like trigger finger is hurt all the way up to my shoulder. Oh, and I can't move, so if you can't hear me as well, that's why. I can't really face the phone. So also, I don't know what I'd be able to do right now in ASMR. Like, I don't know if I could look down to paint. I can't move my freaking head.
Well, today, I don't think we're going to do any of that. So. And look who...
Aye, Captain.
We're going to have all 3 cats in a second.
Are you kidding?
She's going to be mad because there's no food downstairs.
For the record, Luna, our eldest, requires that there be food everywhere in order for her to eat anywhere.
Yes.
Because what if, when she starts eating, one of the siblings also wants to eat? They need a place to do that. or she needs a place to escape to.
Let's see if she meows at me.
I was worried. Do you guys, is it okay when we talk about our cats? I hope it is. Some of you like it, I think. Is she about to get up with you? Ask her to come up.
On. Up.
Up, Luna. Up. Oh, she's got the sniffles. Oh, hi. Look at you, sleepyhead. Oh, you're going to add some background sound effects? Oh my gosh, you absolute princess angel.
Okay, she's outie.
I thought Franklin wasn't feeling well because I slept like all morning, and when I came out, he was like mopey and quiet. And Neal's like, no, I've been cleaning all morning, and he has been like the wrecker of chaos, right?
Reeker of chaos?
The wrecker of chaos.
If there was something on a ledge, he knocked it. It was his mission to knock it down, so I'd have to pick it up.
Well, that's such a fun game.
Running around with styrofoam.
I saw a tweet that was like, I sent it to you, right? It's like, I respect that cats just slap things they don't understand.
I agree.
Okay,
we're
Summer
done.
House. Listen, I do think West is at a fireable point. I think dude is gross. Can we talk about the timeline? There's like a Chicago girl and a Montana girl and a New York girl, and allegedly, we haven't talked about this, as recently as a few weeks ago, he and Sierra were hooking up still to see if there was something there.
Right. We have a lot of conflicting timelines, and
if it's as new as they claim it is, and that seems to be what Jesse is saying too, then people need to lay off.
But we're seeing evidence that it's not very new, so, like, who knows?
Yeah, even if it's as far back as February, Sierra and West went to the Super Bowl together, so, like, that's weird. There's definitely some shadiness going on. It's definitely a scandal.
Amanda and West were pictured
also together at the Super Bowl. Because David Portnoy was like, oh, this is old news. I heard from Cheeseburger. Who's Cheeseburger?
Chicken Fry.
Whatever.
She worked for Barstool, I think. And she's like a gossip person now, so.
Oh, gosh, how out of the loop are we that I didn't know who that was? I'm sorry, Cheeseburger.
Chicken Fry.
I did that one on purpose, and you were
I
not.
don't know her first name, so.
Is that her real last name?
I have no idea.
Okay. Apparently, Neal accidentally paused me in the middle of my rant. But apparently West has been dating some girl for like 2 years who just puts up with this shit and like has met his parents and met his family and like goes places with him and just accepts that, like the hooking up with Sierra, like that's for the show. It's all for the show, and she just puts up with it. So like either way, he's the loser in this. Well, please treat him as such. He should be. And he's not.
He's right. He's not going to be treated as a loser. He's going to be celebrated by his people, and then Amanda's going to inevitably draw the short stick.
And maybe she is fine with it just being a hookup, and maybe it's fully a relationship. Maybe he's dropped every other girl in just the past 2 weeks, and they're gonna...
Ain't no way that's happening.
Listen, dude, settle down eventually, right? I just can't believe she went from one man-child to another and, like, made her first man-child look good. You could have had it all.
People think she just has to fix somebody. So, like, she's going to keep doing that.
That's even sadder then.
Well.
Honey. I've seen people be like, I could see Kyle and Amanda getting back together after all of this fallout settles. I don't think so.
I don't think Kyle is... Like,
people think Kyle is still, like, in love with her.
Oh, I'm sure, but, like, he's not going to all of a sudden stop being a DJ. Like, what it...
Oh, yeah, I forgot about all of that. Oh, right. He was a bad husband of it all.
Right.
Like, he was clearly cheating on her. This is not worse. People only see this as worse because they're such Sierra fans. Listen, I am too. I can want good things for her without wishing for Amanda's downfall.
Wes
and that's
Sierra,
coming from someone who's been scorned.
Wes and Sierra dated for like 3 months 2 years ago. Like, it's
That's
much
why
different.
I think it's less than Scandal.
Yes, it is not comparable.
But then it is comparable if Amanda was cheating on Kyle.
Right, which we don't...
that's they're married.
We don't know, because we don't know when they announced their separation, but we don't know when the separation actually happened.
Right, like, Kyle acknowledges that, like, wow, last summer she was checked out. And, like, I had to watch that anyway, but now I'm watching it through a new lens. Of course, you're analyzing everything. That's why people think this is manufactured. Because it's like, you couldn't ask for something better for the latter half of this season.
Right.
Airing. But, like, no, these are people's lives. And, like, I know it's easy for me to say, like, oh, Sierra, you're going to be fine and all this. But I know she has feelings, and I know those feelings are hurt. You know, just because you come out on top doesn't mean it hurt going through it. Didn't hurt going through it.
Right.
Okay, guys. My point has been pointed. Please be nice to everybody. And I'm sorry this is such a mess.
Hopefully we'll get a timeline someday from everybody.
Well, the reunion. We have to hope for the reunion. Andy's got a big job to do.
I don't see how you can talk about the show.
You can't not when it's a reality show about these people's lives, and that's the most recent thing in these people's lives. That's why the Mormon Wives don't work, because by the time they're filming their reunion, they're also already filming the next season, so they have a bunch of stuff they won't hash out on the reunion, because, oh, you're going to see it in season 5. I hate that.
Well, that's my point. How can Andy be like, okay, West, well, what was your thought process on scooching your chair closer to Sierra?
Right, like, we just had a whole season of TV. Do we ignore that to talk about stuff we have no footage of?
Right. So I think you can, talk about Carl and Kyle's blow up. That's inevitably going to come. But then, so you can talk about KJ.
Lindsay being a mama for 5 seconds.
KJ, Mia, and Sierra.
Having a beautiful bond.
But that's it. Then you have
Those are all, 4-minute segments.
Elephant in the room that if you're going to do a 3-part reunion,
Which we're just speculating. We don't know. That's how long we want it to be. Speaking of which, do we have to go watch the Age of Attraction one? Not now.
Not now. But, West already doesn't answer questions, so he's not going to contribute if they do talk about this.
But when he's not answering them, that means he's lying. Or, omitting the truth. Because his non-answer on Watch What Happens Live was what had everybody again. Because this rumor came up and almost died down. And then it was... oh, well, Wes just gave a really shady answer when Andy outright asked him. It was a yes or no question and we still don't know the answer.